Hi everyone, welcome to the Tropic Marine channel. My name is Sam Nietzer. I'm a researcher at the University of Oldenburg in Wilhelmshaven, Germany, but also co-founder of the recently launched Cyreef LLC, a company that has the aim or is working to produce corals sexually through spawning and eggs and larvae and recruits. And we're doing this here in Wilhelmshaven in our new facility. There's more videos about our research, our projects, our visions here on the channel. So you're welcome to check them all out. But today we're here in the new facility. The shelves behind us the tanks are a bit dark at the moment.
Yep.
And we're going to change that soon. So today here I got Stefan from B-Specs here. He's going to show us some really cool new lamps and not just the lighting systems, but also the whole control system. I mentioned in the other video that we're using new devices, new technology that is not on the market yet. And that is one of these examples. These lighting systems and the Beon control system are not available yet, but will be soon.
Right.
And we met at Interzoo this year. And right away I was very intrigued by the system that Stefan came up with, because it combines everything. You know, we have to simulate climate seasonality, we have to do temperature changes throughout the year, we have to do lunar cycle changes in the lighting, and that system allows to put everything basically in one device and one app and have an overview and not be dependent on like 18 different apps that all are sometimes interacting in a bad way.
Yeah.
So, well, here we are, and I'm very excited to present or have Stefan present this.
Thanks, Sam. Okay, cool. My name is Stefan from Cologne, Germany. I'm the founder of the brand B-Specs, and under B-Specs, the Beacon for Be Controlled, an open phrase that defines that you can control different devices from different manufacturers under one app. So we have, of course, it's always like this, we have some more friendly manufacturers, like for example Alex from Abyss, who told me, oh yes, Stefan, we are done, here's our interface, I give you the full description, so welcome and embed it in your system. This is also very supportive to this whole project. And yeah, by the way, we can control, of course, my lights. That's I think not the biggest challenge, but we also have a full IFTTT here it is. IFTTT sensor module. We can interconnect in the bus. So the bus goes with one entry hub, and then it interconnects up to 40 modules of light with 4 in and outlets, or sensors with 6 outlets at a maximum distance of 300 feet, so 100 meters, that you can run the whole facility only with one hub. And all the data is stored in the hub, and that means if there is a collapse in your Wi-Fi, if there is interference or whatever, it doesn't matter, because the system runs stable and runs the program. It does not need to connect to another Wi-Fi to switch it on or off. All devices run with a solid bus system. And I mean, you can easily imagine installation like this, you don't want to lose a tank. This is substantial. I mean, that's your business, and moreover, we are dealing with animals, we are dealing with species, so we should be responsible and do our very best to keep them alive. And, and that's what it is. So if you need to go to a longer distance, you just grab your Ethernet patch cable. It's called RG45. Not everybody is familiar with it.
Standard patch cable, like any computer is.
You can buy it everywhere, and then you can interconnect it and just run away with it.
But only 100 meters.
But only 100 meters, yeah, then it's limited. So yeah, you can easily imagine you will probably lose a little bit track and control about all the devices and what you have done and not, and this and that. So that's why we have this nameplates. You just remove the static foil, and then you can stick it on, you put a little piece of paper, you name the ports, and you are good to go, not to get lost.
Yeah, that is awesome. Mess. I mean, you know how it is at the Institute and the cable mess and all that. And, so this is, it's going to be different here.
It's very creative. Let's keep it like this. So we have a temperature sensor, for example. We have a optical water level sensors, and of course, in the near future, tons of other sensors like salinity, pH, etc., etc. The good thing is, this is a MCU. So if you love your pH sensor so much because it's high-end, it's industrial, and we don't offer it. We offer you the MCU, and you can just connect your sensor to our MCU and you are beacon ready. The meaning is also to bring everything under one roof, different suppliers, the whole industry, control it safely with one entrance, be able to run IFTTT routines. That means if this, then that. That means if the temperature is over 25, then switch on my AC socket. It's not shown here, but it's available. We will see it probably later when the installation is finished. And switch on my chiller. If the chiller runs longer than 30 minutes, there might be a problem. Maybe the pump gets stuck. Then I would like to receive an alert on my mobile phone and say, please check, there is a problem, there's an issue. So you can combine every sensor with every port, one sensor with multiple ports. And that was exactly the thing that Sam gets attracted by and say, this is the growing structure for my business.
Yeah, especially in a system that is getting very complex, right? And there's so many interactions between temperature and the other parameters, then it's very beneficial to have everything wrapped under one roof and have it better, keep better track of everything.
And hardwired. That's what you can always rely on. Especially when you are dealing with lots of water, you have so many Wi-Fi problems you cannot imagine. So I think the break is over and we should go back, do some work and finish the installation.
Sounds good. Let there be light.
Yes.
So Stefan put up the lights.
And lighted.
Which didn't take long, actually. It was a pretty quick process with a type of hanging system that the lights come with, which is very user-friendly. Just click it in, you have the hanging systems. That was done very quickly. I think about the hub and the modules, we're going to talk in another video.
It would go too far, and we would also maybe add some fancy sensors and other sockets that we can show the big picture, because today we only did the light, but which is more than enough, because light is essential, the rest is running. Even the first corals jumped in already.
The lights, they have some new features, I would say, that you don't find in other products. One of them, which I'm a big fan of, and we have tested that lamp for like half a year now at our institute, and I'm very fond of, is that there's no openings.
No heat sink structures, no fins,
no fan openings like in other LEDs that always suck in the aerosols and all the dust and all that muck accumulates inside, and then if you don't clean it, then the main board dies. So that's
done.
Impossible here. And the whole thing, you can even dip into the water without having any
it's IP67. You can even spray on. It is even a higher standard than a normal waterproof light. We have a glass lens which easy can be cleaned, and moreover we have the PCBs aligned a little bit in a roof array. So that's why we have shifted the light a little bit. So that means this part of the PCB is now horizontal and the other goes a little bit on the side, because we found out that growing corals by LED is a very uniform or a unidirection growing only in the height. And it's missing a little bit the volume on the corals, because by the self-shading and the high focus of, even if you have LED lights with lenses, then it even gets worser. But I mean, I will not say nobody needs them. The problem is you need to have the perfect tank, and then you need the perfect light for the perfect tank. And I think this merges well together, because we are far away from coral bleaching with having too much light on corals as well. as we are providing a very smooth and even color distribution all over
That's another
the tank.
Color distribution is another topic that is really important for us. So this is one of the rearing systems in which the babies that are still in the initial tanks will move in pretty soon actually, and these guys are about 1 to 2 millimeters in size by the time they get in here. So really tiny corals, lots of them on small space. So given the very homogeneous distribution of the diodes and the homogeneous light, is very good for these small corals, because if you have a patchy light distribution, there's going to be big differences in the spectrum that is reaching the actual corals. So whereas here I'm really looking forward to having the really homogeneous illumination, and in one of the next videos we're going to take one of the spectral analyzers and have a look at
the PAR values and compare corals
and the spectra.
Do a little bit more scientific color-wise. And the good thing is with the Beon light you are able to control the power the way you want. So we have a full white channel, we have the royal blue channel with 460 and 440, and we have the actinic blue channel which goes even a little bit below 400. Then we have red and the cyan channel, but the top 3 channels we have embedded a dynamic power controller, so-called DPC. That means if you want to cancel your white light in full, for example, you just dim it down to 0. But with a normal light, that's it, then you have just dimmed the unit. With the dynamic power control, I can use the full amount of this channel and put it into other channels, like for example in the blue. That means I cannot only switch off white, I can even add more blue, because I have leftover powers. So, and I can manage easily the balance, and I have a status bar that prevents the unit and the LEDs from getting overdriven or even damaged. So you are still safe to handle the unit, but you are totally free to create all light scenarios possible, regardless if you are working in a breeding facility, in an institute, or just follow your home hobby.
Also the functionality of the app and what you can do, everything. I mean, we'll do a separate video on that, but there's too many functions, too much for one video for sure. And to combine everything in these sceneries where you have the light, the temperature, then in the future also lunar cycle, everything in one
switch
thing
on and off, maybe with a little bit luck. In the next video we have the moon, with the moon cycle and everything. So this is all a growing environment. It's not only the corals growing, right? The rest of the environment is also growing. And I mean, Sam, thank you so much to let me be a part of it, and that we have a chance to develop all these fantastic steps together. And I'm excited to see how things moving on. I'm proud of you and also proud of our project.
Thank you.
So
likewise.
Thank you so much.
I think we have a very good collaboration going on, and you'll get to know more of that in the future. With that, I would say thanks for your interest. And
day is over, pizza is waiting.
That's right. All right, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, guys.